Srikanth Tadvarti. You watching Srikanth Ideal Chemistry. In this video, we are discussing about how to write the structure formula from IUPAC name. So up to now, we discussing about how to write the name of the given structural formula or a given compound. Now in this time, we are learning about how to write the structure formula by using of IUPAC name. So I will explain everything with examples. So listen carefully. Okay, students. These are some examples just taken to explain how to write the structure formula by using IUPAC names. So before going to explanation, here I want to say some key points. So at the starting of IUPAC nomenclature, if you want to write IUPAC name of any one of the organic compound, we have some basic terms. We already discussed what are the basic terms: root word, primary suffix, secondary suffix, primary prefix, and secondary prefix. So here, by using of same basic terms, we can write the structure formula from IUPAC name. For example, root word. The root word indicates the number of carbon atoms in the given compound. So then we write the all carbons in a straight chain if it is alicyclic compound. Okay, what is the root word indication of number of carbon atoms? So first we need to write the all carbon atoms in a straight chain. After, the primary suffix can explain the nature of the substance, whether it is saturated or unsaturated. So based on this, based on the primary suffix, if it is consist of single bond, we can write the all single bonds. We just substitute the all single bonds between carbon atoms. Suppose any one of the multiple bond is present, we keep the multiple bond at a proper proper position. Suppose 2 ene is given, so we can keep the double bond between of second carbon and the third carbon. Suppose 3 ene is given, we can keep the triple bond between third and fourth carbon. After, the secondary suffix is indication of functional group. So then we keep the functional group at the proper position what they are given of the position number. After, primary prefix, it is indication of suppose in the given compound we have the word like cyclo. So the given compound, the carbon atoms must be arranged in the cyclic pattern. Okay. So if a cyclo is absent, so primary prefix is also absent. Then secondary prefix. The secondary prefix is representation of substituent or branches or secondary functional groups with position number. So we keep the all substituents functional groups, secondary functional groups or branches what they given proper position. At this position, we just keep the all substituents functional groups and branches. So based on these key points, we can write the structural formula of the compound from the name. So I think you have some confusion. So to get clarity, we will go through the examples. So this is the first example. What is the first example? 2-chlorobutane. Here but is representation of 4 carbon atoms. So first I just take the 4 carbons in a straight chain. After, here ane is given. Ane is a primary suffix, so it is indication of all single bonds in the long chain. So I just keep the single bonds here 1, 2, 3. After, secondary suffix is not present, primary prefix is also absent, and secondary prefix is there, that is 2-chloro. So I just take this 2-chloro, from this side, from left side onwards, it is a second carbon. So at second carbon we have the chlorine. So we just fill the all things. Now what we left remaining valency, you know very well, valency of carbon is 4. So carbon is a tetravalency. So what we left in the valency, those are filled with the hydrogens. For example, for this carbon, 1 valency is satisfied, remaining can be satisfied by the 3 hydrogens. For this carbon, 3 valencies are satisfied, remaining are satisfied by 1 hydrogen. For this carbon, 2 valencies are filled, remaining 2 hydrogen. For this, 1 valence is filled, remaining 3. So this is the structural formula of a given compound. Okay. We will go for next example. 3-pentanone. What is 3-pentanone? Here pent, root word is pent. So we just take the 5 carbons. So just take the 5 carbons and the root word is primary suffix is ane. So all are single bonds. All are single bonds. and secondary suffix is one. I mean 3-1. I mean 1 is representation of keto group. So at the third carbon we need to take the C double bond O. So here we don't have any primary prefix and secondary prefix. So all are we kept. Now we fill the remaining valence with hydrogen. So here 1 is filled, 3 hydrogens, 2 hydrogens. Here 4 are filled. Here 2 valence is filled, remaining 2 hydrogens. Here remaining 3 hydrogens. So this is the structured formula for 3-pentanone. Okay. Next example, pent 1-ene 4-ine. So here number of carbons are 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 carbons. So at first carbon we have double bond. So 1-ene and 4-ine. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4-ine. Okay. Remaining are single bonds. Okay. Here we don't have any secondary suffix, secondary prefix. So now I fill with hydrogens. So this is the structure formula for pent 1-ene 4-ine. So next example. So this is the next example. Here is given 3-ethyl 2,4 dimethyl hexane. So here number of carbons are 6. So I just take the 6 carbons. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now here primary suffix is en. So all are single bonds. All are single bonds. And secondary suffix is absent. Primary prefix is absent. Secondary prefix we have 3-ethyl. So if you take the first carbon from this side, 1, 2, 3. At third carbon we have ethyl group and 2,4 dimethyl. I mean at second carbon and fourth carbon we have methyl groups. Now we need to satisfy the remaining valency with the hydrogens. So 3, 1 hydrogen, 1 hydrogen, 1 hydrogen, 2 hydrogens and 3 hydrogens. So this is the structure formula for 3-ethyl 2,4 dimethyl hexane. Next example. So it is given as 3-bromo 2-chloro pent 2-ene. So here root word is pent. So 5 carbons are present. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And primary suffix is 2-ene. So if you take the first carbon from this side, so we need to keep the double bond at the second carbon in between of second and third carbon. So this is 2-ene. So remaining all are single bonds. Okay. Next, here secondary suffix not present. Secondary prefix is there. 2 prefixes, 3-bromo 2-chloro. So 1, 2. At second carbon we have the chloro. At third carbon we have the bromo. So we just keep all things. Now we satisfy the remaining valency with the hydrogens. Here 3. Here 4 tetravalence is satisfied. So we don't need to keep anything. Here also tetravalence also satisfied. Here 2 and here 3 hydrogen atoms. Okay, like this. So next example, 1,1 dichloro 2,2 dinitropropane. So here root word is prop. 3 carbons. 1, 2, 3 carbons. And primary suffix is en. So all are single bonds. Okay. And secondary suffix absent. Primary prefix absent. Secondary prefix is there. 1,1 dichloro. So if take this is first carbon. 1,1 dichloro. I mean at first carbon we have 2 chlorines. At the same time 2,2 dinitro. So this is the second carbon. At second carbon we have the 2 nitro groups. So we kept all things. We need to check the remaining valency. So here in 4 3 valencies are satisfied. So fourth one satisfied by the hydrogen. Here tetravalence is satisfied. So here only one valence is satisfied. So I just keep the 3 hydrogens. So this is the name of structure of 1,1 dichloro 2,2 dinitropropane. Next example. So listen carefully. This is a big one. 6 amino, 6 bromo, hept, 2-ene, 4-ine, 1-al. Okay. When here root word is hept, I need to take the 7 carbon atoms. How many? 7 carbon atoms. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 carbon atoms. Here secondary suffix is present. So in the time of presence of secondary suffix, you can take the first carbon from this side onwards. Okay. So root word is satisfied. Here primary prefix is there. 2 primary prefix. one is 2-ene and another one is 4-ene. So this side onwards 2-ene present between second and third carbon. 4-ene 1 2 3 4 present between a triple bond present between fourth and fifth carbon. Next 1-al, Al. The secondary suffix all representation of aldehyde. So at first carbon we have aldehyde. And next primary prefix option, secondary prefix we have 6-amino, 6-bromo. 1 2 3 4 5 6. What is 1 2 3 4 5 6? At 6 carbon we have amino group and bromine also. So remaining are filled with single bonds, and we kept the all things here. Now we satisfy the remaining valency. Here carbon valency is here we fill 3 hydrogens. Here tetravalence is satisfied. Here also tetravalence is satisfied. Here also tetravalence is satisfied. Here trivalence is satisfied, and fourth one satisfied by the hydrogen. Here also fourth one satisfied by the hydrogen. So this is the structure of 6-amino, 6-bromo, hept, 2-ene, and 4-ene, 1-al. Okay. Next example. Okay, students. This is the next example. When you see that 2, 3, 4 trimethyl hexane. What is 2, 3, 4 trimethyl hexane? Number of carbons 6. How many? 6 carbons. 1 2 3 4 5 6. Okay. Primary suffix is n. All are single bonds. Okay. Secondary suffix option, primary prefix option. Secondary prefix is methyl, and we have 3 methyl groups at second carbon, third carbon, and fourth carbon. You can keep any one of the side. So all are filled. Now we satisfy the remaining valency. Here 3 hydrogens. Here 1 hydrogen, 1 hydrogen, 1 hydrogen, 2 hydrogens, and 3 hydrogens. So this is the structure of 2, 3, 4 trimethyl hexane. And next one is 2-ethoxy pent 3-ene 1-oic acid. Here root word is pent, 5 carbons. So we need to take the 5 carbons. 1 2 3 4 5. Here secondary suffix is present, so you can take the first carbon from right side onwards. So here primary prefix is 3-ene. So 1 2 3. We need to keep the double bond between third and fourth carbon atoms, and remaining are filled with single bonds. Okay. And secondary suffix 1-oic acid. Oic acid is indication of carboxylic group. So at first carbon we have carboxylic group. After primary prefix is absent, secondary prefix we have 2-ethoxy. So this is the second carbon. Here we keep the ethoxy group. So we kept all things. We need to fill the tetravalency. So 1 hydrogen, 1 hydrogen, 1 hydrogen, and 3 hydrogen. So this is the structure of 2-ethoxy pent 3-ene 1-oic acid. Next example. Students, this is next example. 4-oxo-bute 2-ene 1-OYL chloride. So here root word is 4. So number of carbons are 4. So I just keep the 4 carbon atoms in a straight chain. And here primary suffix is 2-ene. So here OYL chloride. Secondary prefix is there. So I just take the first carbon from the right side onwards. So this second carbon, between of second and third carbon we have 1 double bond. Okay. At first carbon we have the between second and third carbon we just keep the double bond, and remaining are taken as a single bonds. And we have secondary suffix at first carbon. So OYL chloride is an indication of acid chloride. So at first carbon we have to take the COCl, and we have a secondary functional group is present at fourth carbon. They given 4-oxo. Oxo is indication of aldehyde. So this is okay. Now we keep the fill the remaining valency with the hydrogens. So here valence is satisfied, and here 1 hydrogen is required. Here 1 hydrogen is required. So this is the structure of our structural formula 4-oxo-bute 2-ene 1-OYL chloride. And next one is N-ethyl N-methyl propanamine. So here root word is prop. 1 2 3, and primary suffix is ene. So all are single bonds. secondary suffix is given as amine. So at first carbon we need to attach the nitrogen. Okay, why? Because it is amine. So then here we have two substance, those are N-ethyl, N-methyl. So at nitrogen we have one ethyl group and one methyl group. Okay, this is, so we need to fill the remaining valence with the hydrogens. Valence of nitrogen is there, 3 valence is filled, and valence of carbon is 4. Here 2 hydrogens required, here 2 hydrogens is required, here 3 hydrogens is required. So the name of this texture is N-ethyl, N-methyl propanamine. Okay, so we go for the next example. So this is the next example. If you see carefully, the name of the compound is given as 1-ethyl 2-methyl cyclopentane. So here the word cyclo is given. So we need to keep the 5 carbons. Here root word is pent, and here primary prefix cyclo is given. So we need to keep the 5 carbons in a ring formation. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 carbons. So here primary suffix is en, so all are single bonds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and at first carbon we have ethyl group. So this is the first carbon. Here we have ethyl group C2H5, and at second carbon we have methyl group. So if you take this as second carbon, here we have the methyl group. So now fill the tetravalency. For this carbon 3 valence is satisfied, 1 hydrogen, here 1 hydrogen, here 2 hydrogens, here 2 hydrogens, and here 2 hydrogens. So this is the structure formula of 1-ethyl 2-methyl cyclopentane. Same structure you can written like. So this is a bond length structure. So you can keep in 2 ways. Okay. Next example, 3-cyclopentyl bute 3-in-2-one. What is 3-cyclopentyl bute 3-in-2-one? Here number of carbons is 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So here secondary suffix is there. So I just take the first carbon from the right side onwards. So here primary suffix is given as 3-in-1, 2, 3. Between third and fourth carbon we have one double bond, and at second carbon we have one one is a secondary suffix of keto group. So at second carbon we have double bond O, and at third carbon we have 3-cyclopentyl. So cyclopentyl present as a substance at third carbon. So this is the structure of N. So remaining are taken as single bonds, and we need to fill the tetravalency. Here 3 hydrogens, here tetravalency is satisfied, here also tetravalent satisfied, here need to take the 2 hydrogens. So this is the 3-cyclopentyl bute 3-in-2-one. Okay, and next is 1,3 dichlorobenzene. What is 1,3 dichlorobenzene? So here basic one is benzene. So just take the benzene. Okay, this is the benzene. So in the benzene at first and third carbon we have 2 chlorines. Here 1 chloro, first carbon, second, third. So this is third carbon chlorine. So at first and third carbon positions we have 2 chlorines. So this is the structure of 1,3 dichlorobenzene. And next is 1 bromo 2,4 dinitrobenzene. So I just take the benzene. So this is the structure of benzene. If we take this first carbon, at first carbon we have the bromine, at second carbon we have the nitro group, and third and fourth, at the fourth carbon also we have the nitro group. So this is the structure of 1 bromo 2,4 dinitrobenzene. So like that we can write the structure formula by using of IUPAC name. So this is about the writing of structure by using of IUPAC names. Okay students, if you like my concept, please subscribe to my channel. Please like and share my videos. Thank you.